Okay. Hey guys, it's Batman0207 here, and today we will be going over the, well, I hinted at it in my last video. It's by Mr. Crayfish, and it is basically a automatic smelter oven, and this device can cook as fast as you want it to. So this is pretty much the device right here. This is me testing it out. What I'm going to go through and do is, this one's kind of messed up because I put lava in it and it's glitched, so I don't recommend putting lava in it because I messed it up. But what it does is, you take your fuel. I'm going to take a stack of coal. I have 12 furnaces, 6 on each side, and I'm going to smelt just some gold. So when you put your gold into the left chest and your fuel into the right chest, both of the minecarts stop and they begin to fill up. When they are done filling up with the supplies I need, they will go over these hoppers, distribute all of the items evenly into the furnaces. Then after one furnace is done smelting, they will all be done, and all of your items will come back and collect in the middle. And let's see how it goes. I'm getting all the buckets from the lava that was in there earlier. And let's see how long it takes for me to get... Oh, and we already got some gold. And every couple of seconds, there we go, we get some more. So every couple of seconds you add to your profit. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to teach you how to build this, and all credit goes to Mr. Crayfish, and his link will be in the description. Okay, the first thing you want to do is grab a block of wood, just like some bricks. Then you're going to need hoppers, redstone torch, comparator, furnace, obviously, a chest, 3 chests specifically, and where is it? Oh, rails, powered rails, and normal rails. And then I just use a redstone block to power it. And I believe that's it. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to build it directly behind it. First thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and set up...
No school tomorrow.
Yeah! I called it. You better be kidding! Not funny! We're playing! Alright, sorry guys. I don't have any school tomorrow because it's flooding here. Oh, okay. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and place down your chest. Sorry, I don't have this memorized. Chest, space, space, chest. This is where your items are going to go into. This is where you're going to get it back. Block, chest. This is where your fuel is going into, and everything else will be built this way. So if you want to make a mental note, I'm going to turn down my gamma so you can see it, because I just realized you can't see crap. Alright, that should be good. Next thing you want to do is you want to make a hopper going straight back into, I believe it goes like this. No, okay. It's directly behind the chest with one space in between. Then put a hopper going into this comparator, and another hopper going into this comparator. Oops. Hopper going into this comparator, and then this hopper going into that hopper, and repeat the same thing on this side. So all the hoppers are facing this repeater, or this comparator. Oh. Okay. Scratch that. This hopper goes into this powered rail right here. This is where your items are going to be picked up. And so now what you want to do is you're going to want to place a block in front of both of these, and you're going to want to dig a space out underneath. I believe it's on the inside. Yes, okay. So you're going to want to place dust under this block. And then you're going to place a block next to this. I believe. No, it was on the other side. Okay. I'm probably going to have to edit some of this out, but we'll see. Okay, and so what you're going to do is you want to place a block. Oops. Redstone torch. Redstone torch. And then you're going to make a dust trail from this torch to this powered rail. And it will look something like this. And the rail should light up if you have done this correctly. And the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to build the middle hoppers. This is where all of your items are going to funnel through. So we're going to build all the way out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoppers from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to want to cover up the third one. This is for something later, but you're going to want to cover up the third one. And now, from this point on, right here, on the edge, you can start. It still looks messed up. Maybe 20? So I'm just trying to make this look better because I'm using my laptop to film and it's not turning out too good. And this point on is where you're going to add your furnaces. So I'm just going to do is I'm going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. And this will smelt, it should smelt a stack with the time it takes for one furnace to melt, or smelt something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down a furnace and show you how long this will take. I have one, no, not sand. Yeah, sand will work. If I have one of anything that is smeltable, or that you could cook, where's coal? And if you take a thing of coal, or any fuel whatsoever, the time it takes for this arrow to fill up and for you to get your item, you will have a stack. And with industrial furnace, I just had a stack of glass. But of course you have to put a stack of glass in there and a stack of fuel because it distributes it evenly. So be careful about that. So now what you're going to do is go ahead and... Sorry, I'm just going to go ahead and speed this part up. Is you're going to want to place down your furnaces. and leave the edges open. Now, continue this hopper trail in between every single one of these. Make sure you're clicking on the hopper, so that way they're funneling into each other. Otherwise, your hopper system will be messed up, and your items will not funnel correctly. Okay, now that you have done this, now it is time to destroy this bottom block. This is how you're going to get all of your items from this furnace into these hoppers. And you're going to want to shift click or crouch click if you're on Xbox or PlayStation into the hoppers that are already here. And what this will do is this will funnel every item from the furnace into these hoppers, which will then funnel all the way into this chest. And you're going to want to repeat this on the other side as well. Make sure all of your hoppers are facing the correct direction, or it is going to be a fail on the other hand. And I don't recommend using lava for this, because you have to put the exact amount of fuel in for every furnace you have. So say I put 2 stacks of coal in, each one of these furnaces will get 2, because there's 64 of them, and it distributes it evenly. So if you only put 32 in, it'll only put 32, it'll only fill up one side, and it won't get any on the other. You can do that, it'll just take the time of 2 furnaces instead of 1, if you're building this exact one. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and place your hoppers on the front of these furnaces. And what this will do is, if you put fuel in from the top, for some reason it funnels into this top square right here, but if you put fuel in from this hopper right here, it'll funnel to the bottom, and vice versa. So the fuel has to come in from somewhere on the side or front of the furnace. And then when you are done completing this, we are going to fill the top row with hoppers. If you're building this in survival, I recommend making a lot of chests and a lot of iron, so you can, or getting a lot of iron so you can use all these hoppers. But it's just a really cool and efficient way of cooking a ton of items very fast. Holy crap, this is annoying. Yeah guys, but tomorrow or sometime later today, because I don't have school tomorrow because it's flooding apparently, so probably sometime today, because I really don't have anything else to do because I'm stuck inside my house. My backyard's flooded, the pond's flooded. Oops. See, you don't want this to happen right here. This hopper's funneled into that one. You don't want that to happen. You want them all to be funneled into the correct area. I would use some of my own ideas, but my sketch pad that I have all my ideas written down and drawn on is at my grandparents' house, and I can't get there because the roads are flooded. So yeah. So now that you have this, I'm going to give you a top view. It just looks like a buttload of hoppers. And hold on, I gotta drink this milk so you guys can see. I'm sorry about that. And so it's just a ton of hoppers and a ton of furnaces. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make this system right here coming from the left side. Now let's do the right side first. Okay, so you want to go 1 block up over here, and what you're going to do is you're going to put a normal rail. It has to be a normal rail, specifically a normal rail. Then what you're going to do is this right here, powered rails just make everything faster, so that's what I'm going to be using. But if you're in survival, you don't have to use powered rails, because I know they're really expensive and they're really not worth it if you just don't feel like it. And so when we're done doing this, we're going to power them, and then you will have your first row of, I'm just going to use redstone blocks, you can use whatever you want, to power these rails. I just recommend using these rails because they're a lot faster. Then what you're going to want to do is build something like this on the outside, that way these two connect right here. Normal rails on the end, powered rails, power them of course, and of course same thing down here. You can skip this part if you want. You can make this smaller or you can make it bigger. I just prefer 32 on each side, so that way I can cook a stack in like 3 seconds, which in my book that's pretty fast. And again, all credit goes to Mr. Crayfish. I love his designs. They always turn out very well, and I just like to help showcase them, even though he has a buttload of more subscribers and views than I do. Once I get my sketch pad, I can show you some of my designs that are a lot cheaper and about the same efficiency, but they don't cook a stack in 3 seconds, of course. So now what you're going to want to do is dig a block out under the ground where this thing lands, which is going to be right here. Dig one under it. Oh, well, I broke a hopper. Lovely. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig this out. So it should look like this. Oh, that's not what I want to do. You're going to want to power it. And then you're just going to make it loop around. No, get out of the hopper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the other side and dig this. It's going to come up right here. So what this is going to do is every time it finishes going around, it'll drop down here, speed around, and back onto this track, hit this rail, and then fly off. I'm just going to drop this down one, and fly off back and repeat it, same course. And now we're going to complete the other side as well. The other side is about the same thing, but it's a lot more simple towards the end specifically than this one. This one has a lot of different areas, I guess you could say. Okay. Boom, boom. Come on, work with me. I think this is how it goes. Yeah, okay. Boom. Oops. Fail. Boom and boom. And now we're going to fill all of this in, and I believe this should be right. Yes. add this right here to the end. I'm just going to go ahead and fill all this in before we do that. And if you placed your redstone blocks like I did if you're in creative, most of them should be powered, but I just spam clicked them, so it doesn't matter. And this one's going to have the same basis at the end where you can loop around and connect them. Just make sure all of these rails are powered in your minecart. It doesn't have to be powered if you're in survival, but make sure your minecart with chest can travel around, because if not, that's going to be an issue. So now we have this. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly back or walk back, depending where you are, and we're going to place a block here and then here. So that way, now you don't have to place that block. Your minecart will fly off right here, hit this, bounce back, and continue its path. And so now the only thing left to do is to test it. So what I'm going to do is, first things first, I'm going to get an item frame out, some emerald, and some coal. Where's my coal? Oh, fail. This one is your ores, and this one is your fuel. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this. So now you need however many furnaces you have to distribute it. I'm just going to grab 2 stacks, so that way it distributes 2 to each one. So I have some for later. And I'm going to get 2 stacks of gold. Now I'm going to use iron. 2 stacks of gold. I mean iron. Or 1 stack of iron to see how long it takes to cook. I'm going to get my timer out and see how long it takes. Oh, next thing you need to do, fail, is you need a minecart with chest, and you need to place that down on both sides and make sure everything runs properly. Oof. See, this part does not. Right here. So I need to fix that. Get my stone brick back out, and I'm just gonna make it hit this, bounce down, and everything should run correctly. Okay. And I believe we're good, so I'm just going to go ahead and place that right there. And get my timer out. And I'm going to start it now. Fill this chest with a stack, and fill this chest with that. And if you've done it correctly, if you have done this correctly, this will fill up, and this will fill up. Now, it hasn't even started smelting anything yet because they're both filling up with the items. Minecart, if you check them, they should be being filled. It's been 27 seconds, and now they're off. So this one's going to go ahead and throw all of the ores in. There should be 1 in every one. Yes, okay, and now the fuel. And so now, it was 30 seconds a minute ago, now it's 50. And here comes your stack. In less than a minute, you have a stack of iron on the way. I don't know if you can see those numbers steadily rising, but 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And it just goes on as long as you want it to go. That is amazing. Wow. If I want to do it again, boom, boom. That is pretty incredible if you ask me. Sorry this video took so long. Mr. Crayfish's version, which is the exact same thing, he just made one a lot shorter. If you would like to see that, will be in the description below. This is Batman0207 signing off.